Support for Lip Service comes from Third Love, the lingerie brand using real women's measurements to design better-fitting bras. Did you know that 80% of women are wearing the wrong bra size? Go ahead and check. With Third Love, it just takes 30 seconds to answer a few questions to find the perfect fitting bra for you, all from the comfort of your home. Third Love stands behind their products so much that our listeners can try one for free for 30 days. All you have to do is pay upfront for shipping. Returns and exchanges are always free and easy. So visit thirdlove.com/Angela today and you can get started. This week's episode of Lip Service is brought to you by Bevel, the first and only shaving system designed for coarse, curly hair and sensitive skin. You can get closer to a truly bump-free shave by ordering your Bevel right now. Go to getbevel.com/lipservice to order your Bevel today. That's GETBEVEL.com/lipservice. Lip Service. What's up, it's Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Stephanie Santiago.
I'm Gigi Maguire.
I'm Lore'l.
And we got Faith Evans in the building.
Hey.
We are so happy to have. Let me tell you, this is so exciting because I feel like we need some girl time with Faith Evans.
Yes, ma'am, we do.
All right, so now Lip Service, we always start off with the question of the day. And today's question is, well, tip of the day, how do you deal with a friend who likes you and wants to date you, but you're not interested in them? But they're your friend, but they keep saying, one day we going to...
I actually dealt with that very recently with Stevie.
But you did date him then.
I did date him. But there was a long period of time where I couldn't even fathom that thought. Well, I never thought of that thought, but even when he first tried to tell me he was really trying to holler at me.
So how did he manage
to... It took a few months of convincing on his end for me to even think he seemed like he might be trying to be different, but...
He was going hard.
He was going really hard.
I mean, that's to y'all. Y'all don't know the hard he went before y'all even, He went
hard.
real hard. For me to even, consider and then actually, start dating him after having such a great friendship that was 100% platonic for so many years.
Why did you say no? Why did you not look at him that way at all ever before that?
Well, I've always had a lot of male friends. I still
Me
do.
too.
And I never dated any of them. I think I should have been a boy. I'm such like that. What do they call I guess,
tomboy, the guy's guy.
I wanted to be a tomboy, but I didn't want to get bruised up. I didn't want to get hurt.
I hear that.
And then by default, I ended up getting really hurt physically so many times in life. I really could have been a tomboy. I don't know. We were just such great friends. I never saw him in that way.
Because a lot of guys want to know how to get out of that friend zone. Mm. So what made you finally say, what was the... Really, Stephanie?
I was turning it off.
That's how you feel today?
She was turned up. But it was kind of appropriate.
Because there's people that really feel I'm in the friend zone. How do I get out of it? What made you finally take him seriously? Because so many people are like, I like this woman and I want to get out of this friend zone. I don't want her to look at me like that. What did he do you feel like that made you finally say, you know what, I'll give him a shot?
I think it was more, well, of course he had to do some things, but I obviously was in a place of, okay, I'd been married most of my adult life. I didn't really date much until in the last 4 years. And I think it was kind of getting beyond the, that's so weird to me. But then he's like, no, for real. I love you. I know you and you've been there for me. I mean, he was reiterating things that were very actual and true, but things that never to me meant we should be together. Right. Because I know every reason that we shouldn't.
Right. I think we all do.
But he honestly, he really, even for the people that are very close to me that know him and love him for the crazy, wild person that he is, that never could even think you sure? And, he even convinced them, I must say. They was like, yo.
Right.
He's really on some, this is,
He got the horse and carriage.
I seen that, yeah.
Well, that's just TV stuff.
No, yeah,
don't get me
TV
wrong,
stuff,
not
right.
that it was fake.
Right.
But it's not like the
They
relationship.
were things that we don't even know about.
The relationship didn't play out in TV time. It wasn't a 8-episode thing.
Right.
I only did... You know what I mean? We were actually together, and I was going to be on his show either way, but we ended up actually kind of dating, and I was, they asked me to be on the whole season. I'm like, well, I just told them I'll be on a few episodes.
Right.
And I probably filmed one prior to me kind of taking him serious, one episode, and then I was back in town and sort of trying to take him serious.
His kids loved you.
His kids was seeming like they was rooting for the relationship.
We are always going to have a great relationship.
Right.
I love Stevie to death, even though I know that he's not ready for me.
Right.
When is he might not be ready for about anybody.
He might be.
You think so?
For some people.
I don't know.
He ain't ready for me.
If you're not cool. Yeah, you know what? If
that's
there's
what I
certain
do
shit
know.
that you can accept, then I guess it could work. If you can accept certain things.
Oh my
right?
God, I love the way that you carried yourself with the situation with him on the show, because you was like, listen, no, you're not going to play me. And I felt that. I was like, okay, like you knew the kind of person. Obviously, we all seen the kind of person he's portrayed as. I don't know if that's just the reality TV thing, but you really stood your ground and you never was going to make that situation make you look any different. And I just feel like
I'm so glad you got it like that.
Nah, yeah,
that's
I did.
totally how it was. And the funny thing is that, like I said, in the filming world, but it's not like when we started filming, that was the beginning of our relationship. But I remember him telling me when we actually filmed this early scene where I was like, nah, I would never. He was like, was you trying to be funny? Because we were already dating. But I'm like, no, people ain't going to think it was that easy, because you really went through that.
Right.
And I really did shut you down for like months
20
and
years.
months. And, I've never thought of him in that way in those 20 years. I mean, I can't say there hasn't been times in the last 10 years that I'm like, is he trying to wink at me? Like, I would run. I'd be like, ew.
Stevie J face?
I'd be like, ew, get out of here. No. I don't want to feel weird like that. But I mean, I think being divorced for 4 years, having dated after my divorce, and just, we've always been very close. I mean, he's going to always be my friend regardless. But whatever it was about him that convinced me this particular time to think that, oh wow, you really trying to do something different. Yeah. I'm still a very smart, and I be playing chess in my head, so I know how to like foresee things and just see the bigger picture. And if something don't make sense to me, it don't. So even though I really did believe that he wanted to be different and wanted to do something different,
his actions.
I've been through too much to not pay attention to stuff that don't make sense.
Can he get back in?
What do you mean?
He seems charming.
Can he get back in?
He's very charming. That's why most people fall for the bullshit.
Can he be like, you know what? I learned my lesson.
I wouldn't really know how to answer that, because I doubt it. I'm not going to say that, there might not be times that we, might, hook up in the next few years. I don't know. Right. That's if somebody don't, snatch me up. No. But I'm just saying, I'm not really, I don't know. I love Stevie. He's going to, I mean, we have a history that is not going to be changed. And that was a totally platonic friendship.
Did Jocelyn try to come at you?
No.
She know better.
She know who the fuck
Yeah,
lies.
Well, no. Y'all don't say that, because I'm not But here's the thing.
Wise, but
let me say this. And it's funny. Nobody's ever asked me this until now, other than like people that on the side. Like nobody in media has ever asked me that question, but I'm sure that's something that people talk about and wonder. But I can honestly say that I don't think I don't think there would be a reason to. I mean, at least for me, because Stevie and I were always friends. I met her by way of her being with him. I always actually supported them, to be quite honest.
But then she really might feel away. She might be like, damn, you was smiling in my face. You met me, now you want to date my baby daddy. Like,
at the time I decided to date him, to my understanding, he wasn't with anybody.
Right.
And he knows that I would never date him in any relationship, period. Like, I'm not that girl.
Right.
I'm not in, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not into being with you and someone else, or, whatever. That's fine if that's your thing. But he knows me better than that. And at the point when that was a part of him, actually trying to be with me, I'm like, wait a minute, it's so fresh out of this. He's talked to me about every single relationship he's been in. So it was definitely a challenge for me to consider it, like I said before. But he did do whatever I thought he seemed to need to do to convince me.
I just want to say, guys, this is so surreal. We are sitting here with Faith Evans.
I was thinking the same thing. I promise you.
And we're drinking Hennessy and lemonade.
Hennessy and lemonade with Faith Evans.
Faith is just talking to us.
That's crazy. That's like an honor. It really is.
Yeah.
All right, now,
And we're talking about things that I know people want to talk about, but they just haven't asked me yet.
One of my friends in the room, I'm not going to say who it is, got invited to a sex party.
Oh,
right.
Listen.
What, L'Oreal?
I'm not going to say who it is, but I'm pointing at her and I just said her name.
Now, tell me about this sex party and what is it like? And is this something that has anybody ever been to a sex party in this room?
I don't know if we could call it a sex party, but
No, listen.
no, I'm joking.
I got the invitation. I'm not nothing about any of this kind of stuff. I've never been to one before. I actually heard one of my friends, not heard, but he told me he was invited to one. He told me how it all went down. It's confidential. They make you sign stuff. You bring your own bottle. There's beds everywhere. They have bowls of condoms everywhere. And he was invited through another girl. They have to approve you in order to get there, and you get the address 48 hours before you go there. And I heard about it, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. And he told me the whole story, whole rundown. I was like, wow, you just people fucking everywhere. He was like, yeah, they'll just come join you and whoever you're with. You have to come with a girl if you're a man, from what I was told, and girls could come by themselves. Somebody in the room, I'm not going to say who, he's shaking his head yes, so obviously he knows.
All right.
But he said, no, I haven't been.
Yeah, but so I thought it was crazy. And then today, somebody actually sent me an invitation. Like, at your own risk. We're not liable if you get STDs.
Damn. Okay, that made me not.
And I'm not gonna lie. This one was a sleepover party. The other one that my friend had was not the same.
That's too much commitment.
That's like the swingers club, just like a private situation.
Yeah, I don't know anything about any of this. I'm never gonna go.
So, all right, Gigi. So you said you haven't been to that, but what have you been to?
Sex party?
Yeah.
Y'all know my story about the 5 girls and 1 guy.
Well, I don't know if that's a sex party.
Ooh.
That's not a sex party, though. That
sounds like that man had a good time.
It was a party and we had some sex.
By the way, it was Stevie J.
I wouldn't be surprised. Listen, that wouldn't surprise me. That would not surprise me.
No.
By the way, I know I would never be one of those girls.
She's like, minus a me. So what
That's
happened?
funny. I mean, we just all had sex.
Right.
So Gigi, you went to a sex party before.
No, I went to
not
a
a sex
swingers
party,
club
though.
before.
So what's the difference between a sex party and a swingers club?
A swingers club, I
A
think you bring
swingers
your,
club is
like,
everything you just described, except it happens every night in one particular place.
It happens every night.
Every night. That's a lot.
I mean, I don't know if they're open 7 nights a week, but
But I
So
thought
do you mean you had a man? I'm sorry,
Yeah, I
but
think
you
you
had a
bring your
man
man.
and y'all went together?
no, it was just a friend of mine that we just went. Like,
But you
he was
have
like
to
a regular
bring-
there,
Right.
But you have to. It was like a membership type of thing, so he was a member, and he hit me with the "come meet me out for a drink." And then I pulled up at the spot like,
With
I
your
know
pussy
this
out.
place.
Pull up
And
on the
then-
scene
and
with
we
my
got
panties
there.
missing.
We just sat at the bar and was just like watching the people. They were like having sex and stuff, and we was just looking.
She said it so normally.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, how do you get invited
So wait,
to these parties?
So who in this room, Stephanie, who would go to one of these just to observe?
I
Faith,
wouldn't.
you
I definitely wouldn't. I'm too
just to look?
paranoid.
You don't got to join it.
And
I'm
not that
so
not that
super
private
old.
invite only thing, but I would go back to a swingers club just to kind of like hang out. It wasn't like horrible.
Because you don't
Nobody
have
tried me or anything. I
don't
just was
have to
sitting
do
there.
anything,
No, you
right?
don't have to do anything.
I can't even pee in front of somebody. Like if I'm in a
peed in front of me
bathroom.
earlier.
No, I did not. Yeah, listen, don't be telling our business, bitch. No, but like it feels weird to me if like someone's around me and I'm trying to pee. Like it takes me a minute. Like I have to think about it. So to fuck in front of another person.
Oh,
That's just weird. I'm sorry.
several
do that. Guys do it all
other
the
people
time.
though.
Several other people, not just one person.
But what if they're strangers? Would you rather fuck in front of strangers or people you know? If you
No,
had to pick?
strangers. If I had to pick, I mean, do these people have their phone?
No.
Where do you put your phone? They take your phone at the door?
They don't take it, but it's just proper etiquette not to pull your phone
Yeah,
out.
you'd be a loser. To
She
pull your
sounds
phone
like
out.
she is such a vet.
Listen.
She knows the rules, the protocol.
Look, he said they'll throw you out if you bring your
You
phone.
know what? Let me not hear you say one more thing over there.
You're about to lose your job.
I want to know. You know what? That ring on your ear right there tells it all right there.
Oh, my God.
wow.
Okay.
The ear cuff.
The ear cuff gives me all the info, all the intel.
Now, say one of your homegirls, right, liked one of your guy friends. Would you hook her up with a guy that you know he ain't shit?
I'm not a hooker-upper. I'm not like that, because I don't like when people try to hook me up.
But say she's like, yeah, I like such and such. You know, like,
I jokingly be like, okay, let me just tell you. I have one of my best friends is a trans girl. Mm-hmm. And she stayed, and he, fine to girl, tell him. I'm like, no, I'm not telling him that. I'm not into that. He ain't about to, be mad at me. But she stayed thinking somebody, and I'm like, sometimes she surprised me because she end up telling me that. Well, you ain't hooked me up, but I hollered at him.
Right, it works out. Listen, we have a trans friend that definitely has.
I had to put my head down just now.
I'm like, well,
hooked up with guys that we know, and we were like, wow.
She was like, yeah, because
fuck
him, because I done fucked him already, and I know his family. I was like,
wow,
damn, okay,
you is a man. Like
you is a man.
But if you had a friend that wouldn't be hooked up with a guy that you know ain't shit, would you hook her up?
If she was that serious about it, I would just want her. Like, listen, I don't know if you want to take it seriously, and you might just want to have a little session and call it a day, because that ain't the one you want to fall in love with. I mean, I would give fair warning.
Right,
I wouldn't be a hater, because clearly he's my friend too, so I wouldn't be like, nah, fuck that nigga, he ain't shit. But I would just really be like, girl, I don't know if that's what you might want to, do with that, but
go to dinner, get some.
She sounds like me.
Yeah,
let me tell you something.
That, but then I tell the dude too. Like, I told her you ain't shit.
Yeah. Right, because that's how I am. Like, I want to give you 100.
Fuck her, go ahead, but I already told her
because that's how I am.
But don't you feel like as a woman, sometimes women are more attracted to guys when they hear they ain't shit?
Maybe
the bad guy, like they want that bad guy.
Somebody be like, he ain't shit.
Or they think that they can change him,
I
like
can make
he'll
him
treat me
shit,
right.
yeah.
I think in my teenage life, I probably put, I thank God I got some of these things out of the way early. But now, I don't want that.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I did just talk about me dating Stevie,
right?
And
no kidding.
in many ways, in terms of relationships, it's fair to say that. But he's also he's a great person, though, and I know him as a person and as a friend. So I think it was a little clouded when I finally decided, like, you really seem like you serious, and I know you a good person,
right?
Mm-hmm. Like for real. Even though you do some dumb shit on TV,
right? That's TV,
and I don't understand what. But I remember when stuff that he actually does.
I remember when you said that he lent you money to get your house, like
my first house. Yeah, he did.
Oh, is that true?
$75,000.
But I gave it back to him like a month later.
Yeah, we talked about that as well.
Yeah.
He should have been like, nah.
That's probably why he gave it to me.
Did you give him back the whole thing? No,
of course. He knew I was waiting for my advance. Mm-hmm. So it was more of a like, I'm trying to get this checked. It ain't coming yet. I got this house. I do not want to lose it.
Right.
It's very few people, I would never just ask.
But that's when y'all were friends, not when y'all
were already friends.
Mm-hmm. That's not when y'all were
dating. No. It was the first
time. This was back in the 90s.
Yeah, she said it was her first
time.
I never even thought about him in that way.
But this is why you know that he's a good person.
That's
cool. He is a good guy. He's a great person. I mean, he's a great father, even though he got all these child support things going on. Yeah. No, but you know what I'm saying? He is a great father, and in the ways that I've seen.
He's not a great boyfriend. He's not a great boyfriend.
You know what? I know Mimi, and Mimi does always say that, like, he tries to be like a really good father at all times.
I know he tries to be present. He's very present.
That's what she told me as well. So, I heard the same thing. So it's not like you're just saying it. I ain't hear nobody else.
Yeah.
Like what he portrays on TV. And I know it is just reality TV, and I've done the show.
That, though.
It doesn't seem like it matches up to the person that I've heard that he really is.
I think that he just.
But he has many different facets to his personality. Right. Because even though it is reality TV, you are up here doing this thing.
Yeah, you choose.
And that's something as his friend before that, I was just always really intrigued. Like, I can't wait to ask him, why is he doing this shit on TV? Like, we know you're crazy, but why made you do that?
Right.
Like, I would be the friend that be like, yo, what is really,
what the fuck are you
But
doing?
let's keep it real. That's what got him his own show.
That's a fact. I liked his show way better than I liked him on Love and Hip Hop. The show that he did and you was on, to me, it was interesting. Like, and I feel like it had substance, it had family,
it showed a
relationship.
It had faith on it.
It had faith. It had faith. And I'm not gonna, like I said to you earlier, like the way you portray, like the way you were and the way they showed you, because you know they could twist things around.
Oh, you know they tried to. I want to.
Oh yeah, they tried to. But you stood your ground.
Y'all want to hear the tea?
Yes, we want to hear the tea.
Okay. So we were dating and things like that, and I mean, I would have been on his show anyway. I've been on there just supporting him before, you know. But I had told him I would be on a few episodes, and then, you know, they were really like, yo, at some point they were like, we're so happy you guys are together. We knew he liked you. I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, we knew he liked you forever. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Y'all just want me to be on the show.
Y'all trying to
you know what I mean? But at some point through our the filming, which wasn't that much, and the relationship, you know, I found out some things. And I was like, you know what, I ain't gonna film no more, just because I'm like, nah, I ain't doing all that, because in real, you're not about to be on screen acting like something is some kind. They didn't hire me as an actress.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
You know what I mean? So, but then I decided, you know what, I'm doing other business with this machine of Viacom, so I don't want those people to be, you know, because they was going to lose it if I was like, I ain't going to do it no more. You know what I mean? So I came back in the midst of, in real life, what I had just found out about him. And, you know.
What is it that you found out?
That he just, you know, wants to be in on the up and everything. That's his story to tell if he wants to tell it.
He got a little drunk.
But he got no, that was actually, that's what I'm trying to get to.
Right.
So what y'all actually saw as being, I guess what they wanted to present as why, that wasn't really, that was just their way of cleaning
As
up.
an explanation.
Right. But in real life, I found out something about him being involved with this business partner of his and things like that. And he kind of tried to avoid me. And I'm over here gagging like, wait a minute. Right. You done went through all this convincing and all of this and that. And you don't even really know how to deal with me. Like, this is me. This Faye. Right. I'm the same one. Like, why you acting different? Because we fuck. Because we fucking now. Like, I'm still being 100% trill with you and still giving you the same advice, telling you stop saying that ain't your baby.
Right.
Like, I'm that one.
You know,
I'm really your
baby.
Friend. I'm like, stop saying that, dude. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You were all pretty sure.
And he will say that. I've told him, stop doing that. I don't like that. I don't like when you know, I
As
just
a woman,
really
I don't like that
him.
shit.
Right.
And so I decided to go film because I knew that he was trying to avoid me. And he saw me and I guess he thought it was going to all be good when I see him again. And I had to film for 3 days, and I had it planned out. On that third day, honey, on that horse and carriage scene.
Oh, yeah. I like that scene.
He didn't know what was coming. They didn't know I was going to say that because they didn't know what was really going on.
And they were probably like,
life.
yes.
No,
yes.
they didn't
She
know.
was
They
playing the
scrambling.
shit out of
Let
him,
me tell
too,
you
like,
what. Them cameras scrambled like roaches when the lights came on. Come on. When they heard me drop a bomb about. Because they thought I was going to be like, yeah, we can figure it out. I was like, But meanwhile, in real life, this is really going on. Right. And you on camera trying to act like, and I'm like, yo, okay, I got you, man.
But in your head, did you ever think that there was a future for you guys?
I really did.
You did?
Only because I know that he is really a good person, and he convinced me that he was ready to be different. Everybody has a past.
It seemed believable.
Everybody has a past. And you're talking in what you just saw in those 8 episodes. It definitely wasn't a
And you know, from what I heard
4-week thing, you know.
on sidelines.
No, we were talking about it. We were like, yeah, he seemed really nice. Like, he really went hard.
Because I was at the concert in Atlanta, and they said that y'all was together, and I wasn't on the show. And it was just people that I knew. And I thought about it. I'm like, yo, he must have really switched up and changed. Because, you know, Jocelyn did a lot of grimy stuff, you know, that we all know about. This is just stuff that was just in the media. And I just figured, like, maybe he got his life straight and together and was thinking, I'm going to fuck with her now. And
I mean, come on, you're Faith Evans.
Your Faith. Like,
you would think.
Right.
I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with it.
But
it should have.
It should. It definitely
should. On the level of him knowing that I'm not that one.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, nobody's ever don't ever cheat. But I mean, you know that there's a certain. You're only gonna get so far with the bullshit.
Beat a bitch ass.
Listen.
Okay, in the hotel room.
Okay, but we're in a different place now. I'm in a whole different place. But just like no, I'm not even speaking in a comparison of people thing because I don't even do that.
Not even to say that you should do that.
I'm just explaining where I was coming from with him knowing me and the level, the woman that I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm even being mature enough to say, all right, you know, you kind of got, but I know there's a 50-50 chance. I had to still understand it. Ain't like I'm all.
But you're a legend. Be clear.
You know, I pay attention.
Right. Has your relationship changed as friends now? Like, is it different? This week's episode of Lip Service is brought to you by SeatGeek. Buying tickets to sports and concerts can be way too complicated, but there's a better, simpler way to buy with SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the easiest way to get tickets to live events. With their seamless mobile experience, you can buy and sell tickets in just 2 taps. SeatGeek helps you find the best seats at the best prices, fully guaranteed. I've got the SeatGeek app on my phone, and it's the easiest way I found to shop for tickets. I can be anywhere, and with just a few taps, I can instantly find a seat. SeatGeek does all the price comparison for you by searching multiple ticket sites and ensuring you're getting the best possible deal. They do all the heavy lifting and you save time and money. And they want you to get the best bang for your buck. So do I. That's why every ticket on SeatGeek is given a grade based on value. You immediately see any underpriced seats and be able to find the best deals that'll fit your budget. There's nothing quite like seeing your favorite team or musician in person, and SeatGeek will get you closer to the action for a great value. Best of all, our listeners get a $20 rebate off their first SeatGeek purchase. To get your $20 rebate on tickets, download the SeatGeek app, go to the setting tab and click add a promo code, enter promo code Angela, and SeatGeek will send you $20 after you've made your first ticket purchase. Make sure you download the SeatGeek app today and don't forget promo code Angela for that $20 rebate.
I really don't want it to be.
But
we are still friends. I think because you know, because he has so much going on at all times. But you know what I'm saying? I'm the one that knows how to step back. Like, I'm going to still be here. I'm going to still be the same friend.
Right. And I was
and when you hit me, I'm going to still be there if you need me.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? So I would say that it hasn't in that sense.
Right.
But do I feel like I'm going to go so super, super hard for defending you?
Right. No.
I'm going to be honest. I'm still defending him because he is a good person. I'm not
but I feel
like
he understands that too. He
know what it is. He know what it is.
Right.
All right. Now, people have been asking questions that they want us to address. They want to know about this topic, climaxing while sleeping.
How do you do it?
I've done it several times, and I know it's not a dream. No, I'm reading. I've done it several times, and I know it's not a dream because I wake up shaking with my cooch vibrating.
Ooh. Whoa.
Has anybody ever here came in their sleep?
I think I did.
Hey, come on, freaksha.
Yeah, I think I did.
Well, so, okay, I feel like that's an incredible experience. It's like no effort to have an orgasm.
I feel like she's the one I should ask about anything I want to know.
She'll tell you
about.
So what was that? Like you woke up?
I think I might have been like dreaming about sex and woke up like, ooh, you know, with the little chill at my spine. Yeah.
But did you come?
I mean, I felt like I did.
It's hard to tell, right?
Yeah.
It happened to me before.
Yeah.
I had a dream where I was having sex.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I woke up, I'm like, did I have sex? Or
right.
didn't I?
Because
like,
you kind of feel like you did. Yeah.
It does feel like you really did. Like a wet dream but for a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Experienced that.
It's crazy.
Stephanie, you never experienced it?
No, I've never come in my sleep or my dreams.
I think I
or in my dreams, absolutely not.
To do it.
The worst is if you're not alone in bed and you do that.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing, right? You didn't make me come last night, but I made myself come in my dream.
In my dream.
That I came and I did.
I have a dream.
But you suck and you didn't.
Percentage-wise, how often would you say that you come during sex?
Internally or externally?
What's the difference?
There's a big difference.
The clit or the inside.
Yeah, you have a clitoral stimulated.
I must be a novice. For all of my teenage promiscuity, please tell me what you're talking about.
External orgasm is
you mean like
clitoris.
Squirt, or
No.
like wait, what's
external orgasm is when you have an orgasm from being aroused by clitoris, like your clitoris
clit.
being stimulated.
Clitoral stimulation.
Right. And internal orgasm is when you're climaxing from penetration.
It's a uterus orgasm.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay, I've experienced
Different.
both. I just never
Yeah.
differentiated.
You didn't know it was different, right?
I just thought I'm coming. I'm coming.
Thank you. Love you.
Bye. No.
So
Okay,
percentage-wise, Faith, how often would you say you come during sex?
98,
That's good.
95.
Girl,
That's fucking great.
That's me
Even
too.
if I have to be the one to make sure I do.
Right, me too. I come.
I think I'm gonna fire myself.
Oh my God. You know what? I just recently started squirting. Which is a crazy. I promise you.
I never squirted.
I thought I couldn't
I never either.
squirt. I squirted in the past couple months, like 3 times, and I was like,
sorry to all your exes. R.I.P.
Sorry to whoever's listening that I didn't have sex with. So fuck y'all.
Achieve it. Like, did you feel like
when
you
I
did?
tell you it happened out of nowhere. Like nothing different, nothing anything. Like I just squirted, and I never squirted before. And I used to always talk about it, like, "Oh my God, I want to squirt! I want to squirt!" Like I wanted to learn how to do it, and then out of nowhere, like
You squirted.
Ask, believe, receive.
You.
That's why you got to speak things into existence.
You got to it's like
Like
the
the
secret.
power was always within you.
The force is
The universe. You put it out in the universe, and you got your squirt.
I mean,
let me start asking for one.
You please. Do you know how good I felt after that? And then in a while, I felt like, no, I don't want nobody to feel like, oh, I made her squirt, and they felt good about themselves. So it's like a gift and a curse. Like,
No, you should want a guy to feel that. I've never squirted. I would love to, but I'm fine with having an orgasm.
you can't control it. Like, I swear to God, like when
No,
I
you
used to
can't
think it was
control
pee.
it. It's
Yeah,
so
because I know
bad.
Stephanie
That's
squirts.
awful.
'Cause we know from
I hate it.
You can't control it. It's crazy. Like, I swear to God.
My
I
new
didn't
boyfriend
even-
makes me squirt with his mouth, and it's just so terrible. I get so upset,
Listen.
and he loves it. And it gets me so
It's
mad.
special.
I hate it.
Not gonna
You
lie.
said you hate it. No, you don't.
Yes, I do hate it because I have to sleep in the puddle. Nobody else.
I'm not
I
sleeping in
sleep
a puddle.
Like before you eat,
I
I'll
like
put this towel down.
sleeping.
Right.
Is there such thing as an internal squirter?
Ooh,
I don't know
sounds
anything about
fun.
squirting.
So what does it mean? Like what would you think that was? I'm confused. So if you internally squirt, it's like just
Is it just
inside?
like an extra heavy volume of interior?
Oh, meaning like you're extra wet, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just think
I'm-
that you were just extra wet.
Well, no, after you come, like, you know what I mean? Like, you,
I
like,
think
because I know
maybe.
the whole point of squirting is for it to be
come out.
True.
Yeah.
But what if
Projected.
it's jammed up in the end and you can't come out?
It didn't find its way out the
Little
tunnel.
constipation in your puss.
That's when you get that macaroni and cheese noise.
Oh yeah, that's what that is. That's squirting internally.
When you get the
You know that
macaroni and cheese noise.
It's like
Oh yeah.
Why is it mac and cheese noise?
I don't know what that noise
Who
was.
made that up?
They said like you stirring the mac and cheese.
I've never
Y'all
heard
never
that.
heard this? Are you serious?
Wow.
It does. It sounds like you're stirring like the
Yeah.
Why
crazy.
gotta be
Before
mac
you
and
put it in the
cheese?
oven,
It be
though.
mashed potatoes.
I didn't make this.
I'm the
up.
Yeah, I
macaroni
didn't
with the
make it either.
cheese.
We don't make this up.
All right, so I'm a mac and cheeser.
So
I
you
can
don't
do that.
externally squirt.
Yeah, because
There
I've
we
never
go.
squirted, but I get really wet and I come, but I've never squirted.
I'm an audio squirter. That's the mac and cheese.
That's the noise, though.
Right,
So
that
that
is
means
the
you
noise.
squirted internally. I like that. I like that.
Now, here's another thing that we were talking about. If you get pregnant, right, and you decide not to keep it, should you do you have to tell the guy? Are you obligated? Because it's kind of your decision, your body.
I don't think you're obligated, but you should.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think you have to.
In a healthy
But I think you
relationship, you
should.
should discuss
Yeah.
it with your partner. But if you're in an unhealthy relationship
Or
and
if
you're doing
just
what you got to
getting
do for
fucked,
you,
Yeah, if you're just getting fucked and you got pregnant,
then you know you should probably just handle your business and keep it quiet.
Really? I never had an abortion before.
I'm saying, like, if it was that situation where you
Okay.
just kind of just...
Yeah, if it was just like a fuck buddy situation,
Yeah.
and you know you don't see it going nowhere, you
Even
don't want to
though
have
I
this
don't
baby,
think
no need
you,
to discuss it.
You shouldn't get pregnant by
In
your
those
fuck buddy
situations.
Yeah,
because
what if
you
it's
should
your
be
boyfriend?
using condoms with your fuck
I
buddy.
mean, you should,
Sounds
but you
good.
know,
Yeah.
how long will that last?
Right. So, but say
I
it's your
mean-
boyfriend and you just feel like, oh, my career is so popping. Like,
Right.
I need to focus
He's going to
on
try
my
to talk
career.
me out of it.
Yeah. Would you do that?
No, that's
If it
wrong.
was my man, I would definitely tell him.
you
You would
have
tell him.
to.
Yeah.
Now, what if he
If
was
you-
like, I want you to keep it?
I mean, that depends on what the real...
But you already knew
particulars
you
were.
didn't want to.
Oh, well, I
That's
wouldn't.
hard, yeah.
Oh, then I probably would do it and not tell him.
Shit.
If it was to the
Yeah,
extent
I mean-
where
Yeah.
I had to really tussle with
Choose.
myself emotionally about it, I probably wouldn't tell him.
Because does it make a difference if a guy is like, hey, I want you to keep it? I don't think you should do that.
It's not their fucking decision. I mean, I never had been pregnant before in my life.
I think if you're pregnant and the guy wants you to keep it, you should think about it. You should think about it.
He can leave if he wants to.
Think about it, but it depends on the relationship.
Only because he says he wants you to.
Not only because, just because.
And then swallow that pill.
No.
Think about swallowing an abortion pill.
No, the reason why I think because it's his child too. It's you know if you're with a guy and he doesn't believe in abortion, he might think that you're killing his kid. You know what I mean? You should think about it. Just as considering another person. You know what I mean?
Right. And then you have the baby, and he's like, I don't want to.
I mean,
where'd it go?
I'm just saying it is two people, right? It is two people making a baby. It's not. I don't feel like it's just the woman's decision whether she has abortion or not.
But a lot of the responsibility falls on the woman regardless. Like, you always have to think, I feel like when you have a baby, if you're not with that person like that, if you're not married, they might not be around. You don't really know what's going to happen sometimes. That's why I feel like it is more on the woman. Just because no matter what, you got to be there. Just in case he changes his mind.
I mean, I agree. I agree. The final decision is on the woman, but I don't think it's something that the man shouldn't be involved in that decision. I don't think that's fair.
All right, now if somebody bought you a gift, would you check to make sure it's real?
Meaning like
what kind of gift? A jewelry?
Watch. Some jewelry.
Yeah. If you're accepting a gift from somebody who is suspect, if the person is suspect, if it's not a suspect person, then no.
I mean, if I'm opening a watch box, then I know it's real. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. You assume it's real.
Yeah, like if I'm opening the box and it's red, the red Cartier box, and it has all of the little, the cards and the serial numbers and the all of that stuff that comes along with it.
Certificate.
All of that stuff. Then I would assume that it was real. But if he give me a watch and he just give it to me,
right?
Just hand it to me. Just hand me a watch. I'm gonna be like.
That's a girl who obviously. That's my point. I was gonna make is. Kind of already knowing the difference, which that's not to say, I got that already. But I'm just saying, if you know the difference, then you might be looking for those things because you know that it's not going to come in the box. And I happen to know that there's some great AAA class designer imposters that come with all of those things.
Come with the cards, the same, the packaging, the receipt.
Would you check? Would you do the appraisal? Like, let me just see.
I would probably get it appraised, but I would probably notice certain things.
Right.
That.
Yeah, I think if somebody gave me a knockoff, I would know.
I would know
just by looking at it. I would. I definitely
would have to ask an expert. I don't think I would know.
I would definitely.
I would definitely, if it was something that I don't already have. I would look online for sure because they tell you everything, girl. Right. How you spot a fake, such and such.
Right. You can Google anything now.
Anything.
Yep. So wait, there's fake Rolexes that come with the box and
everything. Of course,
everything.
Yes. Absolutely, 100%.
See, I don't fuck with no nigga that's fraud like that. That'll be like, let me get this bitch a fake ass watch.
That you know of. He could have got too.
See, that's different.
True.
That's different.
I don't even think a man would even dare giving me a knockoff. I'll spot it a mile away.
I don't know about spotting a mile away, but I don't think don't play that shit with me.
I don't think I would know.
I would know.
Yeah, don't let me find out about no fake shit.
So you
coming
couldn't
for
be
your
with
mother.
somebody if they gave you something fake? Like, what if he gave you something, you found out it wasn't real, then what? Now you got to tell
did you know whether it was real?
Do you know that you gave me a fake ass watch?
Why you didn't tell me?
Listen. So what is it? Turns
Look,
green.
I jumped in the pool with it. Now it's gonna work.
I jumped in the pool.
You should have warned me, nigga.
Why would you jump in the pool with it?
I'm not gonna lie. Like when I got my right when I got my first Rolex, I wasn't aware that you could get in the water with it and shit. So my ex, he took it. He was like, "You got something on your watch," and he put it under the water. I'm like, "No!" It's like, bitch. It's like no Rolex. You can get it.
Yeah, I used to take my watch off at the beach. Yeah, and he used to be like, "It's a real boy. You can get in the water with it."
Yeah, you can get in the water with it. I didn't know that. I was scared to ask.
I don't know anything about.
I was scared to ask because I was embarrassed. Like you don't know shit if you don't know that your Rolex can't get wet. Like,
so should I try to put my Rolex under the water and see what happens?
If that shit don't work, girl.
No.
Yeah, you can put it like I cleaned my watch the other day. I had it all under the water. It was good, making sure my shit was good. Like if they don't do that, then it's a wrap. That's not real.
So would you? So
if
you
it
would,
ticks.
All right. So let's just say you found out it's not real. You would tell your man it's over, or what?
Is this a me question?
Yeah. Hey, this is a me
I don't
question.
think I would break up
definitely-
with him for that. We would have to have a serious conversation. 'Cause we're supposed to be on a different level than that.
First
Right.
off, I would want to know if he knew
You
it
should
was
be able
real
to
or
really
fake. And
talk to
then-
me about
What if
all
he's
of
like
that.
Faith, but you're a celebrity and I'm a regular guy, and
I'd
I
be
just
like,
can't
oh,
afford the shit.
boo.
So buy me a
Buy me
t-shirt.
Apple
Watch.
better than that. Don't try to buy me one then.
Yeah.
Right.
Buy me some fresh kicks.
That's
you would
true.
feel- but-
Buy
That's
me
a fact.
something
But you
that
would have
I mean,
sympathy. You would have
we can
sympathy for
talk,
that.
but that's the conversation we would have. Like,
can
I
get you
love
some
you. I
Yeezys
mean,
or
you ain't
something
got to
like
do
that.
that. I'm real simple. I'm a swap meet girl. You know what I mean? It's cool. I
Now
get my
you
jewelry-
always fly. Stop it.
But I get my jewelry from the swap meet. I
Really?
really do. Lawson swap meet. Those are
no
my people.
way.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, see, that's what happens when you know that you up to a certain stature. People look at it and be like, "Oh, that shit is real." So
I
they're
mean,
not
I
even.
got a
Gonna,
little Tiffany on here and stuff, but the rest of
Okay.
this is a swap meet.
Look, I see all kind of Chanel shit.
I mix
mean,
it up. You
okay,
know?
that's what you got
I
to
don't
do.
know what she's
You mix
talking
the high and
about.
low. And
I
then
mix it all up together.
Gotta do that
you know?
sometime.
You gotta have faith.
Are you okay with dating like a guy who is nowhere near your level?
I don't know
Or
what
do
you
you-
mean by that.
like,
Like,
let's
the guy
just
who
say-
has a 9 to 5?
Yeah, but also just maybe just making ends meet and stuff like that. Because I know sometimes we feel like we work so hard to get to where we get to. Can I be with somebody that can't do the things for me that I could do for myself?
Well, I already know that I could be with someone that is not on, as not on the same in the same tax bracket as me. I know that. I've already proven that to myself.
But what if you have to pay
But
for the
do I want
vacations?
to? I don't want to anymore. No, I don't.
You learned your lesson.
My heart knows that I could.
Right.
But I've already, I don't have to prove that to anyone. God knows my heart. All the people I've been with know my heart. But at this point in my life, I would certainly want to be with someone that, even if they're not, in the same tax bracket, just that has their own and that's doing their own thing. Now, I respect somebody that just knows that they have to hustle just on their own, whether I'm in their life or not. I mean, I respect just people that's go-getters and that know that this is part of my life means I got to make stuff happen for me and the people that are in my life. So it's not so much from what you do for a living type of thing, but you out there serious about
life,
getting it,
getting
not just making ends meet. Don't get me wrong, no shade to the people who are,
right?
But I mean, I definitely have gone through the just making ends meet part of my life. Hopefully, I don't have to go back there
no more,
you know
right.
what I mean?
What if he's like 35? Like, I still want to rap.
How about being 45? How about being 55 and haven't made it yet and still want to be a rapper? I haven't met that guy, but I have some friends that, that might be their little situation. And I'm like, girl, won't you tell him to hang it up? Hang up his microphone. I mean, I don't know. I would have to be honest. I'd be clown because see, I'm so funny. I'd be making jokes. I'd be like, boo,
oh man,
child, like boo, come on
poor
now.
ego.
Like, I mean, if he already got secured a place in my heart, then I would have to figure out a way to be tactful about telling him to hang it up.
Right.
But I would have to tell him.
Like, baby, it's not.
Like, I love you. I think you dope as hell. But I want to see somebody else do that first before you be the one to embark on that. Like,
I would feel like you're real as fuck. Like you're not gonna hold nothing back from the person you're dating.
Like, you still rapping like the Sugar Hill Gang.
Like if you don't shut the fuck up with that rapping shit.
No,
and
I
get
wouldn't
another
say it like that. I would not.
See, I would.
Like that.
I said it in my words.
I have to infuse most stuff with humor.
Right.
That's my way of being honest.
Like honest humor.
Because I have a really great sense of humor.
Right.
So I know how to make everything into like, man, if you don't stop with that Sugar Hill.
If you don't stop with that hip hop hippity to the hop.
No disrespect to Sugar Hill Gang.
Oh yeah, no.
But
no.
it's
Or Sugar Hill
2017.
Records.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
Shout
But
out to
I'm
the
just
first
saying,
family
I
of
don't want
hip-hop.
nobody. Right.
Right,
You're
it's a
If
style
if
of-
that's your style right now, then you need to do a little bit of history. Well, you got the history part.
Ancient ass.
Right.
Now, we have seen recently that you and Lil Kim have managed to come together and actually, finally, like, after your whole past and history, put all that behind you and even take a picture together. Are y'all, like, cool? Do you speak?
Kim
Or-
is on the album.
Right.
Oh, that's dope.
Kim is on this album. And actually, I mean, we speak. I wouldn't say like, oh, I call her like, what's up, girl? Let's go hang out. I mean, but it is. I'm very happy that she's in a different place. Because for me, when Big died, all of that stuff went out the window. And I can honestly say that. I've always said it, and it's the truth. And I actually reached out to Kim some years ago to be on a record with me.
I remember
it just
when you
didn't
said
happen when she was, I think, dating Scott Storch, and I was working with him, and my ex-husband was trying to make it happen, but I probably should have said it myself, you know.
Right.
But I know that it's something that our fans have been waiting for, you know. And the funny thing is, I would have never imagined it would be on this album with me and Big, that she ends up actually being on the record.
That's dope.
So, you know,
That's
God
amazing.
works in like really crazy
I think that's
ways.
powerful for a lot of women too, because sometimes we don't get along with each other because of a man, and like maybe we, other than that, would have been cool with each other, but then somehow, some way, we don't like each other because of a situation with a man.
Well, the funny thing is, in that situation, it was because of him that we became cool with each other, and because of him
Right. How hard was it for you to become like both of y'all, to become a bigger person or the bigger person to work together? Because I know how I feel about a side bitch that I can't even look at a bitch, so I don't even.
But yeah,
how did you do that?
Be clear, because I don't want to refer to her as that, and that's
not
just,
bitch, but I mean as far as my situation,
no,
I
but
would
that's
be
just
like
out of respect,
bitch.
because in being real mature and looking at it from the perspective of where her mind might have been and what he may have been making her think for certain.
A lot of times
before I even came along,
it's the guy's fault.
Yeah, it's definitely
before I even
the guy's
came
fault.
into his life. You feel me?
Right.
So, you know, with all respect to, I get your point.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I said, when he passed away, all that went out the window for me.
Right,
There was no reason to be mad at her.
Right.
You know, but she just wasn't in a place to receive it then. And she actually recently did an interview when we were on the Bad Boy tour where she said, you know, Faith reached out to me before and she, you know, but I just wasn't ready to receive it, you know?
Right.
But she's in a different place. She's a mom now, you know.
Right.
And when I asked her to be on the song, I was actually like having my fingers crossed behind my back, like I hope she do it, I hope she do it. And she was like, yeah, of course. I was like, yay!
No, that's dope.
Like,
That's a good feeling.
That's amazing.
And the thing is, the song that she's on is called Loving You for Life. And when I told her about it, I'm like, I'm going to send it to you, but I really want you to talk about like how you felt when Big died.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Talk about
This week's episode of Lip Service is also brought to you by Bevel, dermatologist approved and proven to prevent and reduce razor bumps, discoloration, and irritation. You know, up to 80% of black men and women struggle with razor bumps, and up to 30% of all men and women encounter razor bumps as well. The Bevel razor uses a single blade which cuts hair above the skin, not beneath, so you can avoid painful ingrown hairs. There's a reason 9 out of 10 customers come back to Bevel month after month. Created by Tristan Walker, who saw a void in the health and beauty market, his goal is to make healthy and beauty simple for people of color. So join the movement and start shaving smarter today with Bevel. Go to getbevel.com/lipservice and learn more and order your Bevel today. That's GETBEVEL.com/lipservice to get your Bevel shaving kit. Start shaving smarter today with Bevel. Thanks again to Bevel for supporting this week's episode of Lip Service, and thanks for keeping everybody's face smooth. We need that. There's nothing like getting a smooth, bump-free shave, no matter what part of your body it is, and that's exactly why we love the Bevel razor and shaving kit. It was designed from the ground up for people with coarse, curly hair and sensitive skin. No matter what kind of texture your hair might be, with Bevel, you can avoid it.
I'm not gonna lie, that makes a big person out of you, and I feel like you always like show that in your character, like you was a bigger person in a lot of situations, and that's something
I've tried to be, and I don't.
Yeah.
I know I've had my little, you know, want to prove my brick city.
My little Jersey.
Shout out to Jersey, because I'm from Jersey
you know,
too, so you know.
I definitely have tried to, when I realized that it was the better thing to do, which I always knew, but you know, I had my little moments.
Right.
Right.
You know, that like, you know, it's okay.
As women,
It's okay.
don't we all get mad at the other women sometimes?
Oh,
and
When you really should be
and not be mad at the man for like, what is he saying to
Exactly.
her? What is he making her think?
Exactly.
You
We
know?
always come straight
Look
at
at Gigi like,
look, we always come straight at the women, I feel like.
I do.
Yeah, but
And then we keep
it's that
talking
women are
sometimes the women- I think
sneaky.
she about to say
Yes.
it. Sometimes the women want to take
Yes.
on attitude
women are
other than
Sometimes women want to
acknowledging
smile in your
that.
face every time they see you and speak. And
And these women will see you. These women will see you happy with your boyfriend, and just because they see you happy with your boyfriend, they want to be on your boyfriend. So don't sleep. It goes both ways.
But sometimes these guys, I done heard so much of the craziest stories from these guys where they convince you and they convince the other woman too.
And at the end of the day, it's disrespectful to you when a man allows another woman to disrespect you. That's on him.
Right. And I've been in that situation.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? And it's
because that's the thing. A woman could try to seduce your man, or my mic is going out. But a woman could try to seduce your man, and your man is the one who's gonna let her go but so far, you know?
Right. And we're gonna be like, no, I can't. Like, what are men really gonna be like? No, I can't do that. I have a girlfriend.
Never.
Probably not.
That's the funniest thing I ever heard.
Never.
Everybody laughed.
What about my girl?
Never.
I can't do it.
If they could juggle both, that's what they're gonna figure out how to do. And it's sad that we do go to the woman,
right?
But
and stay with him.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you why I ever went to the woman, because I know I can't beat that nigga, so I know I could whoop her ass. so that's why I would go to the woman like, "Fuck you, bitch! You knew da 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 da." And it's sad, you know, because at the end of the day, it's him that's doing wrong. But I can't beat him.
Now, another thing we were talking about is, why do men want women who don't work?
Oh.
We were talking about this earlier, right? Dating a guy. And
no, not even. They like women at work, but they don't want you to work once they get you.
Right.
They like successful women. That's
they
not
want you
gonna
to
work for
but
them.
then they're like, oh no, don't go do that. I want you to just hang out with me. Like, I remember before I dated a guy, and he was like, I don't understand why you have to go work all the time. Why can't you just take care of things here in the house?
Yes.
And I was like, damn, just like you go to work all the time, like I want to be able to go to work all the time. And I know a lot of guys that are in relationships or married or whatever, and they don't want their wife or their woman to work, really. Like, sometimes they look for that. They want a woman that's just going to kind of like be at their beck and call.
Yeah.
And then they cheat with you with somebody that doesn't.
I feel like you can still be at their beck and that's just to not think of a better way to say that, but you can still do that and work. But the whole thought of somebody thinking you shouldn't do that is a little weird to me.
Right.
Right. I agree with that.
A lot of these men are like little boys, and they just feel like they need you around as like a comfort. I'm going through that right now with this guy that I'm dating. Like, he wants me around him at all times because, in his words, I'm his power source. Like,
power source.
Yeah.
I need to be recharged.
Like, I just need you to keep me going. Like, without you, I'm lost. And I just be like,
like that too, girl.
Yeah, and I just be like,
baby, you're gonna be on 27%. I hope that shit
right.
lasts.
Look, well, I gotta go to work, so I'll see you when I get back in a couple hours. But yeah, no, he's just like, why can't you just be with me forever? I just want you by my side at all times. And
How
I'm just
long
like,
have you guys been dating?
I got stuff to do. 18 days.
Listen, and then when you are by his side all the time, eventually he's going to be over it. 18 days, which is nothing, not even a fucking month. Okay.
And after 2 days, he said he was in love with her.
He did.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Would you believe that?
And it was
Somebody
no
told you
sex
that?
involved when he said I love you.
Would you believe that? In 2
It wasn't
days
like
if
I
a guy
fucked him
said
crazy
in
and then he was like,
love
oh my
with
God, I
after
love
2
you.
days?
Like, no.
I probably would.
I wouldn't believe that shit.
I believed it.
I would. Well,
I didn't believe he was in love, but I believe he loved me.
I would believe
in 2
that
days?
there are things about me that
He
someone
loves.
would only have to be around me for even a day.
She's like, I'm
to be like,
popping.
I love this.
I hear that.
Like, yo, you the shit.
I hear
and
that.
that's
you
how
know
it
what,
was.
nigga, I know I am. So I believe
Right.
That's
There we go.
I can't believe you
I
X,
believe
Y,
you.
Z,
I
and this,
know
that, and the
I'm this
third, and I love you for that. It was really like that. Because it definitely wasn't nothing else.
Right. And then you did have sex with him, and then he loved you more.
Well, when I had sex with him, when I had sex with him, which was like maybe after day like 12, and then he was like, okay, I'm in love with you now. So it went from I love you to now I'm in love with you.
Damn. How long did he
This
last?
just sounds so awkward.
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
weird.
Just
How long did he last?
you
weird.
went for 18 days, right?
This is
Yeah,
18
it says
days.
12 days
Together,
later.
right?
Yes. It's been 18
I mean,
days.
It's been
it's
18
weird.
days. But we're just dating. We're not in a
But wait,
relationship.
so how long did he last?
What, sex?
The first time.
It was.
He did good?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you in love with him? Do you love him?
Do you
have to
feel?
answer.
She's just shaking her head, and the answer's no for everybody.
No, I did say it back though.
Oh my God!
You ain't shit.
Do that?
I can't lie to somebody
Because
like
I
that.
felt bad. I just had to say it bad.
So you say I love you?
You can't do that.
She's such a G.
She's a G.
Faith, have you
I'm a
done
Gigi.
that? Have you ever said that? Gigi. Have you ever said that I love you back to somebody that told you that
have
you didn't
to.
mean it?
You can't just say thank
Well,
you.
see, let me
Right.
explain my
Like after he said it, after somebody
That's
tells
a
you they
yes.
love you 20 times, you got to be like, oh, I love you too. You know?
I must be fucking cold. I wouldn't.
I was married most of my adult
Yeah,
life.
that's
Like,
true.
I've only been single for 4 years.
Right.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Jeez.
Wow.
Are you dating anybody now?
No, I'm not.
I want to hear about how she lied about how saying I love you to someone.
Well, no, I was gonna say I probably did that as a teenager. See, that's when I had my most, I was, I had my little.
She was running around.
Promiscuous
Okay.
stages as
Right.
a teenager. So that's why right now Dick don't really, I ain't
Don't do
tripping
shit,
off
yeah.
of it. Like, I'm like,
Do you have any
I had enough of that.
Do you have any
Right.
regrets of guys that be like, yeah, I fucked Faith back and da 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 da, and you be like, oh, man,
you're dead.
leave me alone.
Who?
The statute of
shut up.
limitations runs out
I
after a
think
while.
of those things. Like I be like, girl, I fucked mad niggas because I just I just wanted to fuck them, and if I ain't like it, I didn't fuck them again.
Right.
And what if they like, what's up, Raheem? All the time. And then when they even wanted to speak to me more. I'm sure they told
Right.
but they already knew I fucked them.
Right.
But what if
No.
they look crazy now?
But I'm still the same me. It's cool. I ain't fuck you again because that shit was whack.
Boom.
Because that shit was wet.
Sorry, Raheem.
Bye, Raheem.
I mean, I've always kind of been that way. It's not like I don't feel a way about it.
Right.
Like, yeah, you
Right.
fucked me, nigga, and I ain't
Own
fuck you
it.
again.
Yes.
You can do it now.
Try to fuck again.
You won't get it. You won't get up in this hell.
Don't you can't even add me on Facebook. Get the fuck out of here.
Listen, not following you back. Don't play.
No, I've had friends from Jersey be like, yo, you remember such and such, and it'll be a dude I never
Nope.
even had sex with. That
Really?
that might have had a crush on me, and they won't realize that I still have the same exact friends from
Wow,
then, and they be
right.
like, girl, I saw let's say Raheem.
Go
Raheem
Raheem.
talking about, no, Raheem got it already. Let's say Jamil.
That's a Jersey
You know what I
name.
mean? Right? All the Muslim names, right? Akbar.
There we go.
Suleiman.
You saw Ishmael.
He said, yeah, Faith's still on it. And I'm like, girl.
On
She's like,
what?
I'm like, I never fucked him. She's like, I know, but I don't think he realized that I still
know.
talk to you.
Oh,
Because he telling me,
right.
like, he talked to you all the time.
No.
Like, I ain't talked to that nigga since
Guys really be lying on their dick. Like
89
at a grown age.
when I fucked him. And I didn't like it. And
I didn't like it.
he ain't get it no more. But we
Right.
speak when I see him.
Right.
But he don't have my number. What are you talking about? Like, she's like, girl, I know. I'm just telling you, this is the stuff that goes down. So to throw back to what you said, like, yeah, I fucked Faith Evans. It might be a few Brick City niggas out there saying that.
Maybe you did.
Shout out to all of the Raheems,
The Akbars, the Jamils, the Muhammads.
Mooks. Shout out to Mooks.
Y'all they still my homies though. I bet you they be out there, yo, Faith Evans, she from my neighborhood.
You right at the concert.
right?
But Andre,
Like ask her, like, yeah, I fucked him, but I ain't fucked him no more.
Oh,
only got it
yeah.
once. It was wet.
They only got it once. Let him tell you something different.
we got to go to NJ Pack one day to the
Oh, no. Terrace Ballroom.
Thursday.
Robert Tree Hotel.
Ooh. That's a treaty treat. Ooh. They so fixing it up. I was like,
Listen.
I was just there.
You know, that's some Jersey shit. Y'all don't know. Y'all quiet because y'all don't know.
I had no idea.
you from Jersey?
I'm from Jersey. I went to
wow.
Columbia
Oh,
and
my
Newark
God.
Tech
Robert
and Chad
Tree
Science,
Hotel.
and I went to a bunch of schools. I got kicked all out.
Kicked all out.
Yeah.
Were you a mean girl? Were you a bad girl?
She was
Angela
fucking with all
looked
the
like-
Raheems and Jamil.
Yeah, you know. Bitches ain't fuck with the kid. No.
Suleiman's, Muhammad's, the Kareem.
No. Solomon. Salam.
All right, well, listen, Faith, in closing, what kind of guy are you looking for now? If you had to say, like, what is your ideal man?
Okay. In closing, to be clear, I'm not really looking.
But if you had to
Ooh.
say, this is what I would like.
I definitely want a man who has a great sense of humor,
Okay.
who loves their mother,
Mm.
and just kind of respects the role that women play in this world, which typically shows in their love for their mother.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And someone who, that's provided that their mom was in their life, but just understands that, someone that has a connection with God, whoever that God is, to them, whatever their religion or not is, but that understands that, that has some like belief that we ain't in control of all of this. So let me just kind of try and be a good person and, somebody that just is a people person and just knows their heart just shows, that they're a good person. I'm really into all that. It's a spirit feeling thing.
You grew up in the church though, didn't you? Or I
did, but I'm not saying I want a church
That's
guy.
not, yeah. Not that you need a church guy, but somebody that has a belief
that even outside of the church, that knowing that there's a reason for all of this, that it's not because I said I want to be da-da-da-da. It's a reason that I never said I wanted to be a recording. I never knew I was going to be a recording artist. I was a girl who could sing and ended up, getting a record deal and being a part of a huge movement in music. I was a church girl who had a gift of song. So, I mean, I just know I've always recognized that, it's bigger than me and my path was laid out, for me, whether I realized it or not. So I just like people that kind of it's a feeling thing too. Right. I don't have a type. It's not a certain look. You
don't have to have a beard.
The chemistry.
They can't wear no wax shoes. I hate a dude that wears like wax shoes.
They can't give you fake Rolexes.
That turns me off.
No, I feel you on the wax
have
shoes.
A certain sense of.
Can he have on like man Skechers or something?
No. What about a hairline? Do you need a hairline or can you be bald?
Cut it off. If you don't have a hairline,
it's over.
Shave that.
I mean, but it's an energy thing with me. But some of those things would really be important once we meet, and I'd be like, "Oh, I felt a little spark of energy."
All right, I love it. I can't wait till Faith is back in love again.
Me too.
Me either.
Do you want to have any
more
more
line
kids?
of guys waiting.
You want to have any more kids?
I wouldn't see the line.
Oh, look.
I don't really, I wouldn't see that line.
Would you want to have any more kids, or is it just over, or how does that work?
I would never think I would.
Yeah.
But if you never know.
I wouldn't think I would, because I don't want to be like a 60-year-old with my kids' graduation.
I just feel like you'll still be the cool mom, so it doesn't matter. Yeah,
my
your mom's faith.
That's so funny, because I think my kids, at least my two boys, CJ and Josh, who are 20 and 18.
Wow, really?
They just in their high school years kind of started to feel like I'm kind of the shit.
They gotta drop that shit. You know how much pussy they can get?
Right.
You know my mom Faith if you want to come by the house.
Because we got you on all the playlists in the juice bar, and they come in there like
We got a lot of Faith Evans in that juice bar. Thank you.
They come in there like your records come on, men be singing.
My kids didn't grow up like I did.
Right.
I mean, not that they are out of touch, but they didn't grow up in Jersey
or
in the hood. But although they still have a strong connection with my family, they, when I'm up here, we stay in Brooklyn. They spend a lot of time where I grew up, but at the same time, they didn't have the same upbringing.
Right.
So
they chilling.
Well, no, they ain't like, like we in some Blueberry Hill spot.
I know, but they're good.
They're cool. They had a
well
good
adjusted.
lifestyle.
They ain't got no jobs. I know that much.
They ain't puffy kids. Let's just be clear.
Okay,
they ain't puffy kids.
Well.
There we go.
You know what I mean? So they don't. It's a pretty normal lifestyle compared to probably what people would think. But, so they didn't really get it. I'm their mom, which I actually appreciate that.
Right.
I was just their mom. They ain't even realize
who you were in the grand scheme
that,
of things.
I kind of had some kind of dope shit,
No, you popping. Let's go. Just say it.
They be like, nah, we just
say
seen Notorious.
Yeah,
Their
listen.
friends in high school, like, that's your mother?
Yeah,
Right.
that's
And
dope.
they was like, Mom,
We
I
popping.
didn't know you was dope.
All right, well, Faith Evans, we thank you so much for coming through. We really
Thank you
appreciate
guys.
it. It's a
Thanks
big
for
deal
telling me
us.
about all these sexual things that I didn't know about before. Girl, you would be the first one.
Anything you
Can
want
you
to know,
promise when
I
you squirt,
promise
you gonna
that
let us know?
Yes, please. Not internally either.
When you squirt and when you have a wet dream.
Well, see, now that we did talk about that, the wet dream. I may have had one of those like back in the 80s or
So
something.
you lied. You lied to us. So she lied to us.
89.
Lip service.
10th grade.
Thanks again to Third Love for sponsoring today's episode. Third Love bras were developed using thousands of real women's measurements and range from sizes AA to G, including signature half-cup sizes. Trust me, they got your size too. Third Love stands behind their products so much they're willing to let our listeners try a bra from their 24/7 collection free. Just pay $2.99 for shipping and go to thirdlove.com/Angela. You can get started today.